Hello? Hey! Bop bop. Bop 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 Just making sure that that's the right microphone. Hey. Okay. We are back, I think. I think we are back. Now we just need to get this audio fixed. Properties. Device. Digital audio, is that it? Yes it is! Now we just need to get, the video footage working. Beautiful city. You're welcome, Foulbane. Alright. First we put that. Then we reset it to this. And we are back! Okay! I just spent the first, 15 minutes trying to fix this. Alright, we are back. Hey Scarlet, hey Jesse, how are you two doing? I hope I've got a fan going on back over there trying to get the air flowing in here to cool the room down. I hope that it's not too noisy. There is a screen in between the microphone and the fan, so might dampen the sound of the fan. I don't know. But yeah, we are back. We are set up. Like I said last week, I had work I had to work last night, so we are now back. Why does YouTube say that I have -2 viewers? Why does YouTube say I have -3 viewers? I'm just gonna post what I'm looking at take a picture of what I'm looking at right now and then share it on the Discord. Like seriously. Seriously, how is this possible? How is this mathematically possible?
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful.
YouTube's weird. YouTube's
Alas,
weird.
that is simply not the way the world works.
But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, shoot. There we go. Anyway, as I said on the on the title of the video, we've got well, in the description I mentioned that we have an update coming up. Title: we are going to be hanging out with Dr. Baizhu today.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days.
Yes. Yeah. Dr. Baizhu is a character that had just come out as playable recently, but he has been around in-game for a long time. There's been a lot of talks about, the fact that he was the only Dendro character for the longest time known, like the only one with Dendro vision. Even though he had a Dendro vision, he was the non-playable for the longest time. until just this month. So, yep, he's out now. He's not the only Vision wielder, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about him. I didn't really go for him seriously, but I mean, I saw some pretty some new characters coming up that I don't know. We'll have to see what it's like for the next update. But yeah, let's get started on this. Oh.
Goodness.
And my concurrent views is up to 0 now. Oh shoot! I need to make a stop by statue. I was trying to get some high-level artifacts recently, and forgot to heal up afterwards. Alright. Let's just go as Nahida over to this guy. The Dendro Archon visiting the first known Dendro wielder. And drop. Oh hey, I'm guessing that's yep, Chi-Chi and a couple other guys.
What's your name, buddy? Are you here to buy some medicine? Where are your mom and dad?
Are you lost?
No, I'm not. My name's Ayu, and I'm here because...
Hey there, Chi-Chi. Hi, Gray. What's going on?
Hi, Traveler and Paimon.
You've actually come at the perfect time. This little boy seems to have gotten himself lost. I think he must be new to the city. Probably wandered away from his parents and...
No, listen to me. I'm not the one who's lost. It's my dad.
Your dad? How does a fully grown man manage to get lost in Liyue Harbor?
There's a little kid that's jumping up excitingly over there.
Well, my dad's always been kind of forgetful. In the past, he was just a little slow to react sometimes. But I'm worried that it's getting more serious.
So, what about your mom?
She went out a few days ago to gather some herbs for my dad, but she still hasn't come back. Meanwhile, my dad's been getting worse and worse.
Oh boy.
I remembered that the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy always runs a clinic in Chingsa Village during the Lantern Ride, so I thought, why don't I take Dad to Liyue Harbor to see him there?
He must mean Baizhu.
When we got to the city gate, I took a moment to ask the Millith guards for directions to the pharmacy. And then, when I turned back around, my dad was gone. I asked the Millith guys to go find him, but he said they won't be able to send that many people. So then I figured, maybe I could ask some other people in the city to help.
You came to the right place. We're pros at finding people. Isn't that right, Traveler?
It'll be a piece of cake for us.
Changshan can help. She has a good sense of smell, like a dog.
Hey, who's talking about me behind my back?
I know that snakes have good sense of smell because they smell with their tongue, but I wouldn't exactly compare that to the smell of a dog.
Changsheng, Chi-Chi
Or
meant
the
that
nose
as a
of a dog.
compliment. There's no need to be upset. Hello, child. You mentioned that you were looking for the owner of Boo Boo Pharmacy. How might we be of service?
You have a talking snake? Oh, are you Uncle Baizhu?
Uncle?
Uncle Baizhu?
Changsheng, now's not the time. My dear boy, Could you tell me more about your father's condition, as much as you can recall?
Yes, Dr. Baizhu.
Aya explains his father's health
I
situation.
see. And your family lives near Chingsa village, you say? I visit patients there frequently, but I don't recall ever seeing you or your parents.
Uh-huh. My mom doesn't like meeting other people, especially during Lantern Rite. She always tells me to just stay at home and keep my dad company.
Is that so? Ayu, by any chance, is your mother's name Jiangli?
Whoa, yeah, it is. Do you know my mom, Dr. Baizhu?
Uh-oh.
I certainly do. Gui, Chi-Chi, are there any pressing matters in the pharmacy at the moment? Ayu's parents are old acquaintances of mine, so I would very much like to assist with the search. Would the two of you have time to join me?
Don't forget us two. We already told Ayu that we'd help.
Oh, really? Well, that's wonderful. We are most grateful for your support.
You can count on us.
Chi-Chi and I need to clear up the shop front first, but once that's taken care of, we'll be right out to help you with the search.
Family is very important.
Chi-Chi's sleepy talk is so adorable.
Thank you. Then I'll leave you to handle
Well,
the pharmacy.
sleepy forgetful talk.
Traveler, Paimon, why don't you come with me and Ayu? Let's start by talking to the Millilith guards at the city gates, see if they have an update.
Alright. That way. So how have things been going for you guys? Keeping busy?
They searched to the north, but couldn't find anyone who matched the description.
Well, that complicates things. The city folks say there's no sign of him either. We need to start looking further afield. But where are we gonna get the people?
Excuse me, sirs. Have you found out anything about my dad yet?
Ah, hey there, buddy. Dr. Baizhu. What brings you out this way?
The boy asked for our help, so we're here to join the search. Any new developments to update us on?
Oh, thank goodness. We were just discussing how we're running out of manpower. As for updates, I'm sorry to say that we've searched the surrounding area thoroughly, but didn't find anything.
Did they add more faces to the game? I'm looking at this NPC face and I'm thinking, like, this seems like a new face. Like it's not one of the usual copy pastes. That maybe I'm forgetful, but I think this is a new face.
The guards at the crossing up ahead said they hadn't seen anyone either, so we don't believe he was heading towards the Guili Plains. But it is possible that he was bound for Luhua Pool.
Luhua Pool? The terrain there can be tricky to navigate. Let's hope he hasn't run into any trouble.
We'll take that area.
You will? Oh, great. We can't thank you enough.
Sorry we weren't able to find your dad, buddy.
That's okay. Thank you for trying.
These guards are so nice. Much better than our first encounter with them. I would like to pet the dog. Why can't we pet the dog? The dog is so cute, so friendly. I would like to pet the dog. Boy. There's this one YouTube channel that I follow, Viva La Dirt League or something like that. They did this whole skit where, like, you have this person interacting with all these different items. Then he sees a dog. He wants to go pet the dog, but there's no mechanic to allow him to pet the dog, so he, like, keeps on trying until he breaks the game, and it was such a funny skit.
Dad! Dad, can you hear me?
Is that him?
There's somebody
Yep.
over there. Oh no. It's... Hey, you! Stop! Don't go any further!
Watch where you're going!
Who's that? Oh!
Dear
Hotel.
customer, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does appreciate your patronage, but you needn't hasten the inevitable. Are you all right?
Huh? Dad!
Hey, Hotel!
My, who do we have here? It's the Traveler in Paimon, and, my worst nightmare.
What?
I see she still hasn't warmed to you.
Thank you, Director Who, for saving this man.
Dad, are you okay? Do you recognize me? It's me, Ayu.
Are you? Who am I?
Your name is Jia Liang, and you live just west of Qingse Village. You were supposed to come to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. Remember? Does that jog your memory?
Oh, my name is Jia Liang. Liyue Harbor. See the doctor? Yes, I'm Jia Liang, and I need to see the doctor. Wait. Why do I need to see the doctor?
His nose keeps on flickering.
Uh-oh. He seems in really bad shape. We need to get him back to Boo Boo Pharmacy right away. Sorry, Hotel. Gotta dash. Dinner's on us next time.
Hold on a second. You're not seriously thinking of taking him to Boo Boo Pharmacy in this state, are you?
Huh? Why not? What's the problem?
Come on, Baizhu. Don't tell me you haven't noticed it. Didn't your master teach you how to spot the signs? Why do I get the sense that you spotted them right away, but you're planning to use it for your own ends?
Use what? What are you talking about? Paimon's lost.
There are traces of god remains in Jia Liang's system.
Yes, but more importantly, they're on the verge of an outburst. If that
God's
happens, the
remains?
consequences
Oh
will be
dear.
unthinkable.
Paimon's sorry. What?
God remains?
There's no need to worry, Director Who. I have methods of keeping them at bay. It is the sworn duty of all who practice medicine to cure illnesses and save lives. What reason would I have to neglect a patient in need who is right there in front of me? Besides, it was my late master's dying wish to be able to save this patient in particular. Perhaps out of respect for him, you could give me a day's grace so that I have time to treat him?
Now you're bringing my great uncle into this?
Oh dear.
Baizhu, just what are you planning this time?
Merely to cure this man, nothing more. But of course, if you have any doubt as to my intentions, you are more than welcome to accompany me to Boo Boo Pharmacy and monitor my activities.
Oh, really? I thought I was persona non grata at Boo Boo Pharmacy. You're being unusually generous today.
Don't forget that we're here too. We won't let things get out of hand.
Okay, deal. We're not gonna solve anything by keeping Jia Liang here. I'm happy to do it your way, but only for my great uncle's sake and the travelers, of course.
I remember that. I'll need to look it up at some point, but I remember hearing something about like Baizhu and Hu Tao having like some sort of familiar education.
You must be pleased you brought the traveler along. Otherwise, this would have been a much more vexing ordeal.
Well, time is of the essence. Let's get ourselves back to Boo Boo Pharmacy at once.
Back room? I don't think I've ever been inside of Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Blockages within the cardiovascular system. Reduced blood flow and energy circulation? I see. I suppose this must have caused the cognitive abnormalities.
Dr. Baizhu, how bad is it? Can you cure him?
Don't you worry. Baiju's a really great doctor. He's sure to find a way. Isn't that right, Baizhu?
Ayu, do you know when your father first started displaying these symptoms?
I'm not sure. He's been like this for as long as I can remember. But it wasn't as bad as this when I was still little.
So it's been a long time indeed.
Is it a grim prognosis?
No. I have a treatment plan in mind. We can start tonight. Come and see me again tomorrow morning. I promise that by then, Ayu will find his father healthy and lucid again.
Thank you, Dr. Baizhu. Thank you so much.
If you still have any misgivings, Director Who, please feel free to hang around for as long as you wish.
However, it would be best if you step outside this room. A doctor must be able to focus when treating a patient. Any distractions heighten the risk of complications.
Yes, of course, absolutely. I'll just go and look at the flowers or something. But I will be back in an instant at the first sign that something's amiss.
We'll be heading out too.
See you tomorrow, Baizhu and Chung Chung.
Bye for now, everyone.
Sheesh.
Are you ready, Baizhu?
Ready as I'll ever be. I'm used to it by now. Come on, let's get started.
Used to what? The criticism or something else?
All's well that ends well, huh? You know, Hyman's kind of curious after hearing Baizhu mention those people from his past. What do you think they were like?
You mean Baiju's master?
Yeah, you must be curious too, right? Let's go see what we can find out while Baiju's busy treating Ayu's dad.
I imagine we're going to be talking to Hu Tao. I thought you were gonna. What? Okay.
While I'm idling time on admiring the scenery, the spectacled snake-bedecked docs doing surgery. Hello, you busy bees, and what do you have to discuss with the funeral director today?
So.
Actually, don't tell me. Let me guess. From the looks on your faces, you've got some questions for me.
Guilty as charged. So, we were just a little curious about Baiju's master. What was he like? Oh, and also, how come you and Baizhu could tell so quickly that Jia Liang had god remains in his system?
Huh? I thought I told you once before. Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first founded to fight back against the vengeful wrath of gods defeated in war.
But the details are. Oh, that vaguely rings a bell. Yeah. But the details are hazy. Yeah.
Well, it is a dusty old tale by this point. Long story short, in the ancient world, dead gods were acting up. So our ancestors started purifying the air and burning the bodies of the deceased to guard the border between life and death. These days, we don't deal with the wrath of the gods anymore, but all the relevant know-how is still passed down to each generation, so we can identify God's remains when we see them.
That way you can still properly process them during the burial.
Okay, Paimon gets it now. Wait, so how did Baizhu learn to spot them?
Almost certainly from his master, who was also my great-uncle. Baiju's master was my grandpa's younger brother, a former deputy director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Wow, fancy that! Huh. So, if he was from Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, how did he end up as Baiju's master?
According to my grandpa, he and my great-uncle once went traveling together when they were young. They ended up at Chenyu Vale, where they met a pharmacist. That pharmacist must have cast some sort of spell on my great-uncle, because after that encounter, he suddenly announced he wanted to leave the family business and go practice medicine instead. My grandpa had a huge argument with him, but he couldn't convince him to stay. So my grandpa inherited the funeral parlor, while my great-uncle stayed in Chenyuvale to practice medicine. They never spoke to each other again.
Sounds more like a family disagreement over tradition than a spell. Like your grandpa was, Hutao's grandpa was probably just very disapproving and unwilling to accept that one would accept the practice of preserving life over tending to death.
Funeral director to doctor is a pretty big career change. Kinda hard to imagine. But why did it drive a wedge between them for the rest of their lives? That seems a bit extreme.
Yeah.
If he had just become a regular doctor, there would have been no issue. After all, the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor wasn't unlike a regular doctor's clinic in the early days. But according to my grandpa, the pharmacist they met had a very ominous aura about him.
Oh.
And on top of that, the kind of medicine practiced in the Chenyuvale tradition goes against the natural order of things.
Okay, I might be wrong.
In what way?
Don't know. My grandpa didn't know the specifics. And you've seen how wary Baizhu is around me. He'd never tell me anything. But even that says to me that he definitely has something to hide. One thing I do know about Baizhu is that he's obsessed with the idea of immortality. But whether that has anything to do with what he's hiding is hard to say.
Immortality.
Anyway, so I will be sticking around here for now to keep a close eye on the situation. Maybe tomorrow I'll finally figure out what he's up to.
This is still a bit far away, Hutao. Why aren't you sitting like at that corner or inside?
After all that, it seems like we have more questions than answers. Never mind. We'll just have to ask Baizhu himself about all of this tomorrow.
I love the fact that you can grab all the resources like that. All right, zoom forward to 8 o'clock the next day. Ba-bum.
It's a new day! Let's go back to Boo Boo Pharmacy and check out how Jia Liang is doing.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Dad!
Are you?
Dad, you remember me!
Yes, I remember now. Oh, Ayu, I'm so sorry. You must have been worried sick. Has your mom shown up yet? She's been gone for a while, hasn't she?
Don't worry, Dad. I got the Adventurers Guild to help us look for her. And Dr. Baizhu's gonna help too. Right now, all you need to do is concentrate on getting better.
Great. That's wonderful. I can't thank you enough, Dr. Baizhu.
My pleasure, really. It's the least I can do to honor my late master's dying wish. If anything, I should be apologizing to you for not making the time to visit in all these years.
Not at all, Dr. Baizhu. It's only because Jiang Li... What was her reason again?
You're still in the early stages of recovery, so you'll need to take it easy for a while. Take it slowly and try not to overexert yourself.
I suggest you stay at Boo Boo Pharmacy and rest for at least the next few days.
Director Hu, do you have any further reservations about Jia Liang's condition?
It seems like the evil presence is gone after all, You really did manage to suppress it, huh? But how did you accomplish this in a single night?
That would be a trade secret, I'm afraid. If that gives you any cause for concern, you may continue to monitor Jialiang for as long as you wish. Though I regret to say that Boo Boo Pharmacy cannot offer to reimburse Wangsheng Funeral Parlor for any revenue lost in the meantime.
Oh, come on, Baizhu. I'm not that unreasonable.
Besides, Hu Tao has plenty of people to run the funeral parlor while she's gone, including potentially Zhongli. Potentially. Actually looks a little worse for wear. Something's wrong.
I've been stuck indoors for too long. Baizhu, take me outside for some air, or I'm going to suffocate.
Yes, of course. Everyone, please excuse Changsheng and myself for a moment.
Chun really looks out for him.
Suffering now, are we? Did you seriously expect to cover it up just by putting on a brave face and ignoring it? If it weren't for my quick thinking, they'd have all seen the sorry state you're in by now. But in any case, why must you keep this a secret from everybody? You should at least share your secret with one person you trust.
He shared it with you, Chun.
Who's there?
It's me.
Why did you follow us here?
I thought you were looking a little unwell.
Oh, it's nothing. I just needed to get some air.
What did I just say about putting on a brave face?
Instead of a tisk sound, it's a
Traveler, Paimon, the truth is, Baizhu did not cure Jialiang's illness. Instead, he transferred some of his own life force to his patient to temporarily subdue the poison in his system.
life force?
Baizhu, can you please explain all of this?
My predecessors in medicine forged a contract with Changsheng. Every successor to this contract is able to use Changsheng's secret art to treat patients.
I kind of wondered if she was the reason.
I believe the irregularities with Jialiang's heart meridian were likely caused by a poison concocted using god remains as a key ingredient. The poison has not been purged from Jialiang's system. Rather, I infused him with some of my own life force, using Changsheng as the delivery medium. This will suppress the poison's effects for a limited time.
So what? You hold on to Chun and channel your life force into her, and then she bites him in the neck or something and transfers it into him?
Changsheng? You can do that? Huh. Paimon always thought you were just Baizhu's strange choice of a necklace. Hey, I'll have you know that I commanded the respect of even the Adepti back in Chenyu Vale. If anything, he is my mannequin. I was treating patients with Baiju's master's master long before he ever set eyes on his first medical text. Whoa. Guess you shouldn't judge a snake by its skin.
Please, that's enough.
You're looking even worse now than before. Are you sure you're okay?
Wait a sec. Huto was saying that the branch of medicine you studied uses some pretty dubious methods. So, when you transfer your life force, does that mean you're actually damaging your own body?
Hardly. Changsheng helps to keep my chi in balance, so there is no great harm done.
Still, Baiju's life force is not unlimited. We must find a way to neutralize the poison in Jialiang's body. And soon. Traveler, Paimon, would you lend this dummy a hand? He needs someone checking up on him, or he'll exhaust himself trying to accomplish everything on his own.
Dummy. Go on, Baizhu. Let us help you.
Baizhu, don't you think you should seize this opportunity? You cannot expect to hide this from everyone for your entire life. Time will see that all secrets surface eventually.
Plus, you eventually need to find a pupil that will take Chanshan from you.
Entire life. Thank you, Traveler and Paimon.
Huh. Paimon doesn't think we've seen this side of you. But there's no need to thank us. You've helped us out before.
So, what are the next steps?
The poison in Jialiang's system must have accumulated over a prolonged period. I think I should pay a visit to their family home and look for clues as to how he might have been exposed to it.
Do you know where his house is?
Yes. I asked Ayu this morning before you arrived. He told me that his family lives in a secluded spot to the west of Qingsa village. Let's head there together once I've asked Gui and Chi-Chi to look after the pharmacy. As well as investigating Jialiang's exposure to the poison, we should also keep an eye out for Ayu's missing mother, my fellow disciple, Jiangli.
Okay. Well, that's a red flag number, or I guess not necessarily a red flag, but hello. But I'm pretty sure that some players have.
Nor have I. And I've hosted clinics at Qingsa village many times in the past. If you ask me, Jiangli was trying to remain unnoticed.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. We meant to ask earlier, but it slipped our minds in the rush to get here. Could you tell us more about Jiangli? You said she was your fellow disciple, right?
She was indeed. We studied medicine together under the same master near Chenyu Vale. She is several years older than I and also began her travels far earlier than me. As a result, the time I spent studying alongside her was rather short.
Supposedly, she met an herb gatherer sometime during her travels and decided to settle down with him. That must have been Jialiang. Wait, Changxiang, are you saying neither of you had actually met Jialiang or Ayu before all of this?
Jiangli did occasionally come back to Chenyu Vale to see our master, but for whatever reason, she hardly ever talked about her family. The last time she visited us, she and Master had some sort of quarrel. We never heard from her after that. It almost seemed as if she'd gone into hiding.
Quarrel? What happened? I don't know. I did not witness the argument myself.
Nor did Master ever explain it to me. All he would say is that should I ever encounter Jiangli or her family in the future, I should do everything in my power to help them.
Oh, so that's why you went to such extreme lengths to help Jialiang.
No. Even if my master had never said anything, it would still be my duty as a doctor to help him. My decision would have remained the same.
Paimon never knew you were so selfless, Baizhu. Paimon always had you down as the sneaky, scheming type. Sorry.
I mean, he could be sneaky scheming for selfless reasons.
So a few words from me is enough to dispel all your suspicions? Hmm? You ought not be quite so quick to relax your guard, Paimon. Sometimes even the good guys have their own private agenda.
What the... Okay, that was the most suspicious sounding thing you've ever said.
Let's leave the idle chatter there for now. Jiang Li has lived in this house for many years. There must be something here that can shed a little light on this whole situation. Let's split up. But if anyone finds anything, we'll examine it together.
So they're waiting for Ayu to grow up before they can, in order for them to leave. Okay. Oh, good.
Traveler, Paimon, come quick! What is this?
Oh, we walked right past that.
Chung Shung and I found a hidden compartment.
Oh,
This
never mind.
is what was hidden inside.
God remains.
You sense it too? You're right. This is a poison concocted using god remains.
Is it? Breathing? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
No, your eyes do not deceive you. I do believe the poison in this bottle is alive.
Alive?
Some toxins act a lot like living organisms. I read about this once in the Origins and Symptoms of Diseases. This ancient class of poisons consists of mother and minor loads, capable of sustaining a connection over vast distances. If it's a concoction of this kind we're dealing with, then both the poison in Jialiang's system and this one here are likely minor loads. Offshoots, essentially.
Offshoots? So, the main body is somewhere else?
Correct. Whoever is administering the poison can manipulate the source to indirectly control the poisoned individual's behavior and even cognition. Similarly, the poisoned individual will hear, to a varying extent, the call of the source.
Oh, shoot.
The call of the... Wait. So, back when Jialiang ran off, maybe that explains where he was heading!
He was going back towards Chainsaw Village.
Only one thing could have been drawing him there. The source of the god remains used as the poison's key ingredient, the mother lode.
This is getting crazier and crazier. What kind of person would do all this just to poison Jialiang? Hey, why has everyone gone quiet all of a sudden?
Since this poison was carefully hidden away in a secret compartment, the one who concocted it is likely a resident of the house.
Yep.
You mean Jialiang? Why would he poison himself?
Think a little harder, Paimon. Someone else who lives here, and who might have expertise in crafting drugs.
Huh? So you're saying... it was Jiang Li?
Oh boy.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense either. Why would she poison her own husband?
I agree. It makes little sense. Jiangli does not strike me as the kind of person who would do such a thing.
Look at the facts, though. How many people in the entirety of Liyue have the ability to concoct a poison from god remains?
It's too early to draw any conclusions. We should question Jia Liang about it once he has made more progress in his recovery.
Do you know of a method to neutralize the poison?
Yes. According to the origins and symptoms of diseases, the minor loads will disappear if the mother load is purged. So if we can find and destroy the source of these god remains, the poison will leave Jia Liang's system without the need for any further treatment. Do you know
Good.
anything about god remains in Qingsa village?
Nothing concrete.
Even the history books have no record of this. The only ones who'll know anything are those old fogies who have been hanging around here since the beginning of time.
I know one book nerd who might have some information.
Didn't you used to be on good terms with the Adepti, though? You sure they didn't tell you anything about this? Well,
Changsheng's memories and powers are not what they were in her prime. These days, she has to enter a contract with a mortal and share their life force just to sustain her own life. I fear that such ancient events are long gone from her memory by now.
I kind of wonder, like, I forget her, the Watashimi Island, with Kokomi. They worship the remains of that giant serpent god. I kind of wonder, maybe Changsheng was, or, right, Changsheng? Whatever her name was. I wonder if she used to be that big too. Or at least bigger than she is now.
whoa. What? Enter a contract? Share life force? Sounds like some pretty spooky sorcery if you ask Paimon. Hey, plenty of people
Chan-chan,
jump
okay.
at the chance
I
to
got
join
that right.
forces with a powerful being like me. With my assistance in rebalancing your chi, not only can you extend your lifespan, but you will also be stronger, healthier, and able to eat whatever you like with no risk of upsetting your stomach.
Tempting? Unfortunately, I'm not, I don't know how good I would be in medicine.
Stronger and healthier? Wow, that's amazing! Baizhu, maybe when you retire, you can let Paimon sign a contract with Changsheng for a few days.
Unfortunately, Changsheng's contract has strict requirements regarding the host's temperament. None of her hosts have ever been exempted from these rules. I fear that I will be unable to accommodate your wishes, Paimon.
Aw.
Peppermint? Hey! What are you trying to say? Did you just subtly insult Paimon to her face?
Strange. Baizhu has a weak constitution. And didn't his master pass away at an early age?
Ugh! Paimon's mad! You're getting ugly nicknames, both of you! Baizhu, you're... Mannequin Man! Changsheng, you're just... a pain in the neck!
Pain in the neck. That's a good one. That's a good one.
This is exactly why your natural temperament makes you woefully unsuited to being my host.
All right, everybody, calm down. Back to the matter at hand. Is there any way at all for us to seek counsel from the Adepti about this?
With how antisocial they are, if it were up to them, they'd go their whole lives without showing their faces to the common folk.
Actually, I do have someone that I can call. Ciao!
What?
Seems you're as well connected as they say, traveler. We are truly fortunate to have you on our side.
Or Xiao.
If you're
Not Chow,
talking
Xiao.
about what Paimon thinks you're talking about, you better do the honors.
Xiao? Are you there?
reptile in the habit of materializing out of thin air like this?
Well, this is unexpected.
Huh? It's you.
Baizhu of Boo Boo Pharmacy. I do believe I've had the pleasure before. The Lantern Rite, when we met briefly, I was unaware of your true identity. I must apologize for the discourtesy.
Huh? You two already know each other?
Our paths have crossed once before.
Why are you... You could have just jumped down from the roof. Oh, wait, you're looking at the vial, aren't you?
I sense the presence of evil spirits. Is this why you called me?
Actually, I wanted to ask you about dead gods.
So someone has been concocting demonic poison. Too often, fervent desires drive mortals to abandon all regard for their own safety. It is lamentable. I now know what you seek. It is true that a god's remains are buried beneath the foundations of Chinxa village. A vile monster known as the Che once wrought havoc over this land, before it was subdued by Rex Lapis. The land was finally cleansed of poison when Rex Lapis used statues in his likeness to seal the serpent's remains. Chinxa village was founded some time after that. The seal is still mostly intact. If the Che is the source, then it must be some of its blood leaking from deep underground. However, its aura is faint and barely detectable. You will need to investigate further to identify the location of the leak.
I see.
I do not like to intervene against mortals unless absolutely necessary. But when demonic forces are involved, things can spiral out of control. If that happens, be sure to call my name again.
Thank you, Shao.
Nothing. I do not wish to sway decisions that are mortals to make, but immortality may not be the blessing that you imagine it to be.
I shall treasure your words of instruction, Master Adeptus.
Farewell.
Could he just sense that?
What a strange Adeptus. Rather different from the way I remember them. That's Shell for ya! And thanks to him, we finally got some concrete info to go off of.
If the god remains are leaking from underground, Jiangli must be paying a visit to a subterranean cave on her herb-gathering trips. If we can find the cave...
Master, there's a problem.
Gray? Did you run all the way from Boo Boo Pharmacy?
What happened? Don't panic. Just catch your breath and tell me everything.
It's Jiaoliang. He was fine one minute, and then he suddenly took a turn for the worse.
Already? How? Based on past experience, he should have been fine for the next 3 days at least.
It seems that my worst fears have been confirmed. Everyone, back to Boo Boo Pharmacy now.
Wait, don't we need to make a stop at Chinxa village? I mean, that's right there. He's leaving Boo Boo Pharmacy to head this way, even if he... Ooh, yeah, if he's taking a straight path, might jump into the water, swim, climb up, continue walking, fall off a couple cliffs, swim again, climb over these wounds. Wow. Yeah, going in a straight line would not be fun. Oh dear. Yeah, this one. Burp, burp. Oh, I thought I saw some twinkles. Oh well.
Dad, what's wrong?
Don't be scared. Dr. Baizhu will be back soon.
How is he doing?
Dr. Baizhu, you're back. My dad was doing fine earlier, but then he suddenly started coughing up blood. Now he can't even get a full word out anymore.
When Gui left, he was still conscious. But now...
Gui, please take Jialiang to the back room and prepare for treatment.
Yes, of course.
Don't worry, Ayu. I will cure your father.
Baizhu's not gonna use Changsheng's secret art again, is he? Is there really no other way to save Jialiang?
The two cute anime girls. Well, after this, it'll be time to head straight to Chincha village to take out whatever the mother source is. Hu Tao, are you here?
Dad? Are you still hurting anywhere? You're not gonna suddenly collapse again, are you?
Much better, Ayu. I'm feeling much better. In fact, I can't explain it, but somehow I feel even better than usual. Wait, where's Dr. Baizhu? I still haven't had a chance to thank him. Seems he moved me here before I came to.
Master said he needed to take a quick rest and asked me to bring you out of the treatment room. He hasn't emerged yet, so he must still be resting.
Oh, really? Well, he must be tired from treating me for 2 nights in a row. I don't know how I can begin to repay him for saving my life. I'll have to discuss it properly with Jiang Li once we find her.
I imagine that Jiang Li is probably in that cave right now.
Speaking of which, has there been any word of her
That or
whereabouts
she's
yet?
with the Fatui fleeing to whatever their nation is again.
No, the Adventurers Guild hasn't gotten back to me yet. I'll go check with them again in a bit.
I'll come with...
Don't forget what Master said. You're still not out of the woods yet, Jialiang. I strongly suggest that you stay and rest at Boo Boo Pharmacy for now. I can accompany Ayu to the Adventurers Guild.
No. Have Chi-Chi accompany you to the Adventurers Guild. You, the strong man, gotta stay with him to make sure that if he goes into another tantrum, that you can help him out.
I suppose you're right. I'll have to rely on you this time. Though, on the bright side, this means I can thank Dr. Baizhu in person once he's finished resting.
Traveler, Baizhu hasn't shown his face ever since he went in to treat Jialiang again. Do you think he...
Let's go check up on him.
Huh? Hey, wait up!
Oh, okay. Quite an angle.
You're finally awake? That was far too risky. Even with me here to help you balance your chi.
There was no time. I had no other choice. In any case, it was not completely without benefit to myself. I managed to learn something. Jiang Li's design is quite brilliant. She makes numerous innovations that I can learn from. Alas, if only there wasn't a catch.
So, how much longer do you think Baizhu's gonna nap for? They've been outside waiting for you the whole time while you were asleep. Shall we at least go and show our faces?
All right.
Surely he hasn't. There's no way he could have just... Who's talking behind our backs again? Ah! Baizhu! Changsheng!
Are you both okay?
Of course. There's no need to be concerned. had to transfer a rather large amount of life force on this occasion. But, with Chang Sheng's help, I will recover in time.
Jiaoliang seemed fine yesterday. Why did he need more life-saving treatment again so soon?
I made an error in my initial diagnosis. Jiaoliang is in fact suffering from more than one ailment, and as a result, his life force depleted at a greater rate than I had anticipated.
What? You mean, even if you got all the poison out of him, he'd still be sick?
Yes. But more pertinently, the poison in Jiaoliang's system is there precisely because it is being used to manage his underlying medical condition. Jiaoliang has a rare congenital heart condition, and ongoing treatment is essential to maintaining healthy functioning of his heart meridian. Left untreated, it puts the patient at risk of coughing up blood and fainting, and in the longer term, causes irreversible damage to the internal organs.
Ooh.
Though it was created from God remains, this formula is not a poison in Jiaoliang's case. Rather, it's his medication.
Had he not taken it all these years, he likely would have died a long time ago.
So that's why John Lee did it.
Still, using poison to treat a disease is hardly a viable long-term solution. As time passed, and the poison accumulated in his system, it began to impact his cognition. Moreover, the longer he relied upon this medicine, the more resistant his body became to it. Jiang Li had to concoct ever greater quantities to ensure its continued efficacy, or he could have still perished at any moment.
That explains why Ayu said his dad has been getting worse, and why his mom went off to gather herbs.
God remains are extremely dangerous to be around, because humans have no natural defense against them. I shudder to think how many times Jiang Li has exposed herself to them. I fear that the situation is just as that Adeptus described. In an effort to save Jiaoliang's life, Jiang Li has abandoned all regard for her own safety.
I never suspected that even Jiang Li would turn to the same path as so many others over the years. Perhaps this is the inevitable course of fate. To sacrifice one's own life to save others. To go beyond human means in order to do the impossible. Whatever the cost may be.
Fate.
Well, I think that it's too early to say with any certainty what fate has in mind. In any case, I have stabilized Jiaoliang's condition for now, so our immediate priority should be to get ourselves back to Qingsa village and find out where Jiang Li is. Her regular exposure to God remains over such a long period will have been catastrophic for her health, and given that she's already been missing for several days, I am fearing the worst.
Who's that?
It's me, Traveler, Dr. Baizhu.
What did you miss? Well, we found out that this guy is dying of a heart condition. Jialian. His wife, Jian Li, or I believe, yeah, Jian Li, has been giving him a medicine to help him live, made out of the remains of a dead god, which, because of its accumulation, is now starting to kill him. So it's a case of the medicine getting so toxic that it's killing the patient. And in the meantime, Jian Li has been going to get the substance herself to make the medicine, exposing herself to the dead god remains, and now we're pretty sure that she is in wherever the remains are to well, maybe get some more substance, and who knows, maybe she's dead because of it.
Ah, it's Jiaoliang! Don't tell Paimon you overheard everything already.
Dr. Baizhu, please let me come with you. You've You've already done so much for my family. I can no longer just sit here and watch while you put yourself at risk for Jiangli's sake. After all, if it wasn't for me, she wouldn't have had to put herself in harm's way in the first place. I know I won't be of much help in battle, but at the very least, I can show you the way. I'm sure I'll be able to remember. I know there's a spot where she says goodbye to me every time she goes to gather her herbs. I'm sure I'll remember. I have to remember.
Be careful. If you get too agitated, your blood pressure and stress levels will rise, putting further pressure on your heart. For your own safety, you should stay here and rest.
No! We're out of time! We have to go now. Right now. Before I forget everything again.
This trip will be extremely dangerous, and there is a very real possibility that you will not return from it. Are you sure you're prepared for that?
I never expected to live this long in the first place. My death is already long overdue. So why should I fear it? There's only one thing I fear now, and that's that I'll forget her again before we manage to find her.
Oh, it's one eavesdropper after another right now.
Very well. Then follow me.
Dr. Baizhu, are you heading out again?
Yes. This could be a long one. Could you please prepare a dose of the usual formula? Please add an extra measure of mistgrass pollen, and 1 dose each of the ingredients from the 3rd and 5th compartments of my medicine cabinet. I hope it works.
Dr. Baizhu, do you mean...
Hop to it now. And remember...
Okay.
Ooh. Things are getting serious. And the issue is, if he keeps on being drawn to the mother source, now that we're closer to it, he could wind up getting drawn to it again. You want me to soothe you to sleep? Alright, nighty night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Rock-a-bye and good night. Count the sheep as they fly. I'm just making stuff up as I go. You have a good one too, Jesse. Tell Anna hi for me. You two have a wonderful night.
That strange feeling is back. It's just like the day I went missing. It's as if something inside me is trying to guide me somewhere.
The Motherlode's influence is growing stronger. But is it because we're getting closer to the source? Or because the leakage of Che blood is growing more severe? Jialiang, can you sense which direction the source is in?
I think it's this way.
Yep, we're lagging.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Looks like everything's good on the OBS and YouTube side.
I feel a dull ache in my heart. This must be the way. This place feels familiar. I think I've been here before.
There is an inauspicious presence here. Even I can sense it.
I think I remember this place.
Jialiang, are you okay? Maybe you should rest here while we continue the search.
No, I have to keep going. Jiangli is still waiting for me.
Well, maybe it's your turn to wait for her while we go get her.
Then let's hurry.
Alright. Okay, you want me to bring a Geo onto here, huh? Noel.
I
Oh,
will
sweet
protect you.
Noel. And, I haven't really built Nilo up quite yet. I've been working on her. I'm not sure if she's ready. So I'm still gonna have... You know what? Let's put
Chivalry will never
Shincho
die.
in.
This place gives Paimon the creeps. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead? The digging marks here appear amateur and rather old. I suspect it is a thieves' tunnel. A thieves' tunnel? Paimon has heard rumors about treasure around these parts before. Maybe it was the treasure hoarders that dug this tunnel.
Judging by the tools they left behind, it's certainly a possibility. But why did they abandon this place without even stopping to pack up their tools?
Maybe they're still here.
I remember now. She took me here once and told me that she'd found a way to save me in this cave. But she said that the method would cause me to... curses. Why can't I remember what she said?
Oh yeah, it's going to cause me to forget.
Easy, Jialiang. Come on, let's keep going.
And now we get to play as him. I do like the fact that just his attacks are supposed to be like acupuncture or whatever.
The doctor was seeing. Rain outlines your fate.
Oh wait, nope, that's not who I meant to.
Right here, right now.
There we go. Excuse me, thank you.
Mind the side effects.
This material is right here, right now. Emerge.
Swap over, please. Swap.
No, my sword.
Thank you. Genshin is lagging again.
Whoa,
I
there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I don't want to say that it's because of this, because I highly doubt that they would make that mistake. But I've noticed that Genshin seems to be lagging a lot more frequently since Honkai Star Rail was released. I hope that they did not take any of the Genshin servers and use them for Honkai Star Rail, because that would be stupid. You need to have maybe they got way more people than they expected, in which case, okay, maybe redirect some of their servers to as support, but then get some new servers so that you can like get them to support Honkai Star Rail and get Genshin Impact back on track again. I don't know if correlation does not mean causation. Maybe there's another reason why Genshin is lagging a lot more frequently lately. But yeah, I don't know. I seem to be having a lot more problems lately. I don't see any dust on the sensor's surface. And I don't think this is left here by the treasure hoarders.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster-repelling incense.
A monster repelling incense? You sure? 'Cause we did run into that group of monsters just now.
The incense was burned several days ago. If I had to guess, the monsters we fought just now were enticed here by some entity deeper inside the cave. No doubt an encounter with the very same entity was what prompted the treasure hoarders to flee and abandon their designs on this cave. After them, Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside. But to her, it presented an opportunity to save Jia Liang's life, albeit as a last resort.
That's right. This sensor, it belongs to Jiang Li. Yes, this was the place. This is where I told Jiang Li to give me the poison.
Jiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
Yeah, she's dead. Lagging, there we go.
I can feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Why did that one light up? Oh!
We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
Oh, that's broken. Genshin's lagging again. I can't say that it's my internet because everything else is indicating that OBS is indicating I'm having good connection. YouTube is indicating I have good connection. This is the only thing that's indicating that I don't have good connection. That was weird. Was there anything else that we needed to do with this thing? Can't push it over there, which means that we have to do whatever is needed over there. Alright.
Time to act. Body and mind. Let me weave you a verse.
Taking a turn for the better. A bitter pill to swallow.
Commit it to memory.
Right now, right here, emerge.
Steady as stone. Yeah. Yeah.
Rain outlines your fate.
No, 3! Oh wait, no, 4.
Right now.
Everyone hold hands.
Four.
A sight to behold. Right here. Emerge.
Sheesh. Oh, I see. Push this guy that way. And then push it that way. And then activate it, which will trigger that guy. There we go. Just gotta wait for the lag to finish up. I like how she jumps. It's getting strong. Oh great.
Jiangli!
Look out! There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back.
Right here. Witness the power of good luck.
Remember, health comes first.
The doctor was seen.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Can I have Yanfei, please?
Emerge. Right here.
A boss fight is the worst time to start lagging.
Everyone hold hands. Share my knowledge.
No, my sword.
Swap the Yaimiko. Thank you.
Now.
Hydro character, please.
Ring cutter.
Let's change tactics.
I must leave no stone unturned.
This is annoying.
Seems like an emergency.
The doctor was seen.
Mind the side effects.
Right here. Emerge.
Make yourselves at home.
As a good knight should. I missed a spot. Leave it all to me.
Stop lagging.
Dr. Baizhu, how serious is it?
You know,
Is she...
I kind of wish that Genshin Impact had like a 0 internet setting so that it could just rely off of the internet.
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite grave. The god remains here are encroaching on her cognition, much as the poison in your system did to you. If we don't eliminate it soon, then even if we save her life, I fear that she may never wake up again.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's destroy the remains right away!
It's not as simple as that. Don't you remember what Baizhu said? The poison within Jialiang's body is inextricably linked to the god remains here. If the source is purged, the poison in his system will stop having any effect.
And the poison within Jialiang's body is keeping his heart condition under control. So, if it stops working... Oh no. Are you saying...
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged, then your life will come to an end.
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait! But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life! After all that, we can't just give up on him! Baizhu, you're a great doctor! Surely you've gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
Heart transplant? Oh wait, no, they don't have that in this this time.
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we put our heads together, we can think of something?
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct her medicine for you, right up until the moment when she lost consciousness. Maybe it's her greatest wish that you will continue to take it and live.
Dr. Baizhu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
You can't be thinking about that again.
But what would be the point of that? Dr. Baizhu, I'm all too aware of the dangers of God remains. You are not the first to mention it to me. If I continue to sustain my own life using this wretched substance, not only would Jiang Li have to keep risking her life to make my medicine for me, but I would have to live with the looming threat of these remains breaking out and wreaking havoc not just upon me, but my entire family. I know for a fact that I should have died over a decade ago. The fact that I've been around to see how you grow up is already a great blessing from Rex Lapis.
Well, it's a blessing from a god, just not Rex Lapis. Unless you count the fact that Rex Lapis killed this god, in which case, he provided the resource?
If my choice can bring Jiang Li back, then even if I die... After cheating death for so long, it seems I've grown somewhat addicted to life. Traveler, Dr. Baizhu, could I have another minute with my wife? I just want to have one final moment together. Just a moment. That's all.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry that I won't be able to repay your kindness in this life.
Xiaoliang, Baizhu, Changsheng, is there really nothing else you can do?
I am sure that over the years, Jiang Li will have tried all the conventional methods known to humankind. As for less conventional methods, I have little expertise besides Changsheng's secret art.
Mortals are fated to grow old and pass on when their natural lifespan runs out. If it were so easy to combat the natural processes of aging and death, Jiang Li would not have had to resort to unnatural methods. What a crazy situation! Jiang Li risked it all to save Jialiang's life, and now Jialiang has to sacrifice himself to save Jiang Li. What's the point of it all?
All we can do right now is honor Jialian's decision and bear witness.
I've seen many final farewells in my time, but I can never get used to it.
In the human realm, all things must come to an end. Is it not a fitting end to die for a worthy cause? At least, that's what generations of masters before you have always believed.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of those who would willingly sacrifice themselves for others, I cannot help but think that theirs are the lives least deserving of death.
When all this began, we agreed that once Hayu was old enough to help you gather herbs, it would be time for me to go. If you could only see him now. He took me all the way to Liyue Harbor to see the doctor. And he even got the Adventurer's Guild to search for you. So, I know that you'll both be okay without me.
Throw that out down the ravine and oh, or that.
I've said my goodbyes. My time has come. Do what you must.
As you wish.
Whew.
It will eat away at both your cognition and your memories. In the end, you'll become little more than a shadow of your true self.
I'll take it. At the very least, it will allow me to stay with you and watch how you grow up.
Mom, something's really wrong with Dad.
Don't fret, Hayu. I will gather some medicinal herbs right away. I promise you. Nothing will happen to our family.
Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live, the tighter we cling to what we have. Oh, how I would love to hear your voice one last time.
Jialiang! 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 Jialiang!
What?
Dad, are you awake?
What?
Jiangli, are you?
What?
Didn't I... No? What are these?
You did not. Did... He's a zombie. He's a zombie. He's a zombie.
How does it feel to come back to life?
He's a zombie.
Do you feel strange or different in any way? If so, could you describe it to me in detail?
Dr. Baizhu, I thought that I was going to...
Die? You did indeed. As things stand now, you're more akin to a zombie than a human.
Yep.
I'm a zombie?
That's right. Before we set off, I asked Chi-Chi to prepare an elixir of immortality. With its help, you have been suspended in the space between life and death. Of course, this is but a crude imitation of an Adeptus art. I don't expect it to extend your life indefinitely. Whether it will keep you alive for a few days, a few months, or a few years, I am as interested as you to find out. But, however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes before departing the world in peace. I hope that Director Who finds this arrangement to be a satisfactory one.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh. Leave it to you to work on something like that behind my back.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no effect were it not for Jialiang's iron will. In the end, I am merely a doctor. I understand very little of the great principles governing life and death, and the perpetual cycle of yin and yang. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that you could. The problem is that doesn't exist in Genshin Impact. That doesn't exist in Teyvat. Well, maybe the Fatui are working on something. They've been working on a lot of horrific experiments.
And even this would have counted for nothing without Director Who's assistance. After all, did you not tell Jialiang to show us the way before we set off for Qingsa village?
Oops. And I'm busted.
Without Director Who nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli in time.
So it was Hu Tao.
No wonder he didn't mention the elixir back then. I thought he was being frank and transparent with me for once, but apparently not.
Oh, but you can bring it to Teyvat after you rob the Celestial Principles and... well, okay.
Director Who told me to keep her suggestion a secret, but it seems nothing escapes Dr. Baizhu's attention.
Never underestimate a serpent's sense of smell.
All I wanted was to help Jialiang find his missing wife as soon as possible, so that he could be on his way to the afterlife without any unfulfilled wishes making the journey more difficult than it needs to be.
But then he wanted to hear his wife's voice.
Leave it to Boo Boo Pharmacy to snatch the perfect opportunity right out of my hands at the last hurdle. Never mind. I'll just have to put it down in the books as a deferred consideration. One Chi-Chi was enough of a conundrum. The last thing I need's another one. If I'd known this was coming, I'd have whisked him off to the Wangsheng funeral parlor the moment I found him.
You stay away from my dad. When I grow up, I'm gonna become an even better doctor than Mom and Baizhu, and cure Dad for good.
Oh, is that right? Well, you wouldn't be the first person who's tried to put Wangsheng funeral parlor out of business. If you're serious about it, you'll have your work cut out for you. Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
Bye, Hu Tao.
Is she finally gone? All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
Paimon's idea of celebration could only mean one thing.
At times like this, a grand celebratory feast is in order.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Maybe I'll whip something too. It's been a while.
Yay! Paimon can't wait! Alright, first things first, off to the market for some fresh ingredients. Let's go!
Oh, wait up! I'll come too!
Baizhu, thank you so much for everything you've done for us.
Don't mention it, Jiangli. I was just doing my duty.
Just your duty, huh? Baizhu, Changsheng, would you mind if we took this conversation outside?
Yeah, they have a lot of catching up to do. I do gotta take care of something real quick. I will be right back. In the meantime, per usual, I will leave this in the background. At some point soon, we should be getting a intermission scene, so I will be able to put that up instead. But yeah, see you in a little bit. Gonna mute in the meantime.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about. Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws.
Hello, we are back.
But if you never test the limits, how can
Alright.
anyone know where the boundaries of these laws are?
Let's go see what Jean Lee has to say. Right, higher. Must, I guess, go outside. Yep, there she is.
Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Chenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. My younger self would have never imagined that things would one day turn out this way. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizhu.
I knew you were going to turn this way. Your walking's much faster than mine.
I've taken a look at your elixir of immortality. It's not altogether dissimilar from the poison I concocted in terms of the way it functions.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of genius to use poison to maintain life. I hope you're not too upset at me for copying your methods.
No, not at all. With your intellect, even if you'd never seen my poison, I believe you would have eventually arrived at the same approach. But I'm still impressed by how quickly you managed to gain such a thorough understanding of it. Jialiang's still only been in your care for a few days. Not just that, you even managed to improve upon the original formula. That cannot be explained by intellect alone. Baizhu, be honest with me. Did you try out some of the poison on yourself?
Huh. Told you the truth would surface sooner or later.
Yeah, boy.
Life force isn't the only thing that Changshang's contract lets you transfer between bodies, is it?
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. Besides life force, Changsheng's secret art also allows for the transfer of toxins and diseases. When I treated Jia Liang for the second time, I transferred some of the poison from his body into my own. Not only did this allow me to alleviate the burden on him, but it also gave me an opportunity to study its properties.
Which explains why the effects on him were more severe.
There is no need to worry about any long-term consequences to my health, however. Now that the source has been destroyed, any remaining poison in me will have already dissipated.
But you took such a huge risk. If we hadn't destroyed the god's remains back there, then even you might have... What am I saying? I'm in no position to criticize you for this. The reason I left our master and went into hiding all those years ago was that he was getting old. And I didn't want him using up any more of his own life force to treat my husband. But in the end, how were my methods any different? I risked one life to save another. And then you tried the poison on yourself too. It looks like both of us have ended up going the same way as our master before us. Are all disciples of Chenyu Vale destined to turn out this way? To live a short life, having given away our own for the sake of others? To fight relentlessly against the natural course of life and death, whatever the cost? Maybe our fate is sealed the moment we decide to study medicine.
We are doctors, Jiangli. We ought never say that anyone's fate is sealed.
Baizhu, I can tell that, over the years, you've used the contract with Changshang to transfer many diseases and toxins to yourself. There are so many that, some of them, I don't even recognize. Can you still stop before it's too late?
I think you know the answer, Jiangli. Every one of us from Chenyu Vale believes in the same thing.
Hey, food's ready!
Well, that explains why his condition's always so also
taught me a
negative.
load of new recipes, and said even Dad'll be able to taste them. Come and try them out.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Hey, slow down. Baizhu, I know I won't be able to convince you, but please don't forget that if one day you're not around anymore, Chi-Chi, Gui, and all the friends who have grown fond of you, they will all miss you dearly.
There's no need to worry, Jiangli. I know what I'm doing.
I can only hope so.
Oh boy, this was an emotional arc.
Baizhu, what did Jiangli mean by not around anymore? Are you gonna be okay?
Also, when Chun-Chin was talking about fate, what did she mean exactly?
Every single mortal I've ever contracted with, including Baizhu and Zhongli's master, has passed away at a young age.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. You said that the contract with you helps people live longer.
It is a very long story.
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told me a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors, and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is, until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poison chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
Oof.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
You know, I'm kind of picturing like even in Genshin there seems to be some like ways for humans to become more. I wonder if Baizhu is like going to eventually find a way to turn himself into some sort of new Archon.
So, Baizhu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Chang Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do not wish to join their ranks, nor do I wish to pass on this contract to anyone else in the future.
Huh? But didn't you already transfer a ton of diseases onto yourself?
What makes a poison poison? And what makes a disease a disease? When it comes down to it, are not both mechanisms that affect the operations of the human body? If disease is defined as deviation from normal functioning, then who knows? Perhaps the true elixir of immortality could in fact be a kind of poison. Many may view the notion of searching for immortality in poisons and illnesses as a flagrant violation of the natural order. But to me, it is no different from the way our ancestors tested the medicinal qualities of herbs by sampling each and every one. I don't want those who come after me to lose their lives to this contract. Nor do I wish for Cheng Sheng to perish from losing her host. This leaves only one solution, doesn't it?
You have to become immortal yourself.
Precisely. I will be Cheng Sheng's final host, and the tradition of passing down the contract will end with me.
Oh boy, this arc is very heavy.
Even the gods of old struggle to achieve true immortality. First you want to save others, then you want to save yourself. Now you even want to save me. You're getting greedy, Baizhu.
But isn't wanting to have it all what makes us human? For a selfish moth like me, who's afraid of the flame yet yearns for the light, the only path forward is up towards the moon.
Huh. For once, Paimon just does not know what to say.
Dr. Baizhu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about? The food's about to get cold.
We also have coconut milk for Changsheng and Paimon.
Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
Leave some grub for me.
I do envy Paimon sometimes. Eating her fill is enough to satisfy her body and mind.
True. And yet, although we call them simple pleasures, Are such things as these not precisely why we mortals cling desperately to the life we have?
Oh, wow, that was a great arc. Woo! Wow. Okay. Chun-Chun and Baizhu will get tired of Aether having lost a huge amount of energy due to his... Oh boy. Speaking of which, I'm looking forward to the, what's her name again? Yan Fei? The Yan Fei quest coming up. You were referencing Genshin Harem's Wait, is there like a YouTube channel called Genshin Harem? I'm not sure if I should check that out or not.
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some. Do you take sugar? 1 cube or 2?
I remember seeing this funny series of videos. Yes? Ah. I remember seeing this funny series of videos that someone was animating with like Aether dating Amber and the Kitchen, a whole bunch of other characters, and then having a whole bunch of chaos going on because of, well, I guess not exactly dating, but like having a whole bunch of characters fighting over him. Hu Tao, Amber, Kachin, I forget who else. But yeah, they were a funny series of videos. Now that we're done with that, let's go back to finishing the quest in this region, or at least getting some more of it done.
Leave it to me. All of it. Whatever it is. What
Also,
exactly is it?
Let's get Kokomi back.
All is accounted for. Let's move out.
And on you back.
Time to begin work?
Wait a minute. We're on the wrong side of the tree. Alright, get me out of this tree already.
I see everything.
Really? There we go. How am I supposed to get up to that? Oh. Confirm. Where is it right now? Oh, shoot, I'm screwing. Baizhu, that is not what I meant to press. I meant to press control. Genshin, stop lagging. Thank you. Alright, time to bump. Boom. Oh, Q. I knew something like that would be around. Bump. Oh. Oh. Just a rock. Alright, fly down. Grab that. Fly up. Where is... Oh. Oh, T. Alright. Okay, so first we go to that. Then we go to that. And now... What? Oh, there we go. Alright, now we're going into the tree. Oh. Hello. Well, something weird came from the lake. Is that a great son of Kivarina? You know, it looks kind of cute, actually. It's a lot bigger than all the Kivarina we've seen previously. Maybe we could just call it Great Kivarina for short. Paimon didn't think something this cute could be this good at cleansing the impurities, though. Well, Sarusha is much the same. Pleasing to the ear, though those words are not, but I shall take it that you praise my majesty nonetheless. Scarlet, your obsession with Aether's harem is concerning. Especially when you keep on shipping him with things that aren't even human. Or even of human form, to be precise. Alright. Okay, why'd I... Yeah, that's one great character. Are human? I don't think those two are human. Wait, we don't know where the rest are, do we? No need to fret. I have already commanded Nasaraya regarding this matter. He already knows where the other four may be found. We only need to have him guide us. Well, do you doubt my judgment? Well, Paimon just thinks that Nasujuna's documents aren't all that reliable. This is different from the matter of the drums. The locations of the great sons of Kavarina are not found by consultation of the skeptics' traditions, but through Nasaraya's own painstaking studies. Apart from the ones locked within the ruins, I have personally checked the rest. There will be no errors. Be assured, Fair Floater, I am the destined bloom god now. Would I make such mistakes? Alright then. Paimon's not very assured, mind you, but we can always go ask Nasajuna first and stuff. Didn't he say he'd meet us at the camp? Such considerations are unnecessary. Yours is to simply... Excuse me. Yours is to simply follow me and record mine accomplishments. Okay. Where to next? Aha! We're flying! Lady Surush, your present form is most astounding indeed. Gazing upon your mighty form, I know in my heart that you must have been crowned the Bloom Guard of the Parai, acknowledged by all. Startle not, human. This was my calling from the beginning. Of course, of course. Such majesty is only to be expected of the honored envoy, one who shall obtain the great sons of Kivarina and extinguish the sign of Apaosha. Indeed, your words are most suited to be inscribed in the hymns that shall be written in mine honor. Huh. Master Juno is still his usual self. Paimon's not sure how to feel about this. Ah yes, Yasnapati, Paimon. You too deserve thanks in this matter. Though your endeavors are not but the afterglow of the envoy's mighty works, your labor in Lady Sorosha's successful obtaining of her crown shall not be voided. That's not how it went, buddy, but we'll just make this as your way of saying thanks. Our mission now is to search for the great sons of Kavarina, and the long-awaited rite may then be performed. Speaking of the great sons, they are inextricably linked to the destiny of us skeptics. Is it story time again? But Zervan said that you guys shouldn't know about the great sun's existence, you know? Yes, it is indeed true that the ancient rites have stopped being passed down through our order. If I had relied solely on our tradition, I suspect that even the rite of Chinvat might still be shrouded in mystery. But I gained access to a large batch of long-lost documents from a very learned scholar. That was where I learned about the great Sans. These documents recorded a great number of things that the traditional hymns of our order have never heard of, or written of. That also inspired me the desire to reform our order. That doesn't really help, you know. Your traditions are already pretty suspect. How are we supposed to trust these documents then? They might have come out of nowhere for all we know. Enough! These sideshows are not fit to be written. Why, sacrifice to save this land soon, those who come after may read these texts and suspect that I was a spirit of laxity. No, how could that be? I do not believe any would hold such contemptuous thoughts. Paimon thinks you just want to hurry up and collect those great Kavarina, Surish. Wait, since when did Paimon become your translator? To think that you, Pale Floater, should understand my thoughts best. Since it is your command, great envoy, allow me to lead the way. It seems that you have obtained one of the great Sans. It is just as well, then, that I have discovered the locations of the remaining 4. Although I have not been to those underground ruins myself, I am as familiar with them as I am with this camp. Seems like an overstatement, but alright. Well, the great Sans are items that I do desire to win, especially after all that effort. Well, let's not speak of unrelated matters. Come with me, everyone. Where? Huh? Okay. Okay, okay. So now let's just go for the first one. Huh? What? That is odd. Oh, I see. 0 out of 3. This is indicating these. So we need to navigate that. Odd. But so is the way that they programmed it. Everything and everyone is human.
The weather is lovely in Torn. Things are about to start
Sure. Okay. I'll think about that. Up. Hmm. Yeah, there's the first one. Why do I feel like this one may very well lead to that boss fight right over there?
Everyone's okay.
Whoopsie! That I did not mean to press E. I'm definitely gonna have to go through this place to unlock all the treasure chests and stuff at some point. Hello. Now, where do you go to? Ah.
Find anything you like?
Well, the lag seems to have alleviated a little bit. Oh wait, I already unlocked this. Never mind. Alright, back to the stone trees. Or whatever they may be called. Thank you.
Right now, emerge.
I see everything.
Alright, one more. Why am I not getting it? Whoops, nope, nope, that is not what I meant to click. Why am I not getting a beacon for it? There we go. Guess we're not going for that boss. You need Silverwing, Bronya, and Genshin. I don't... Silverwing Bronya herself would not work, considering what technology she uses. But we may get a Bronya at some point. Especially if I keep forgetting what the name of the nation is that the Fatui come
If
from.
you're not sure what to do
But
next, how about I take you on a walk?
that nation is supposed to represent Russia, and Bronya comes from Russia, just like Sele does, at least in Honkai Impact. So maybe when we Snezhnaya, thank you. Maybe when we finally get to Snezhnaya, or maybe even before then, considering that Child is also from Snezhnaya. But maybe at some point we will get a Bronya from Snezhnaya. It's not impossible. It could happen. We'll see. We are They did just introduce in the recent trailers for Genshin Impact a new character, Charlotte, that is a lot of people recognized her as a Stigma from Honkai Impact. So we are getting a Stigma character from Honkai Impact into Genshin Impact. We've already had Yae Sakura introduced into this world as Yae Miko. We've already had Raiden Mei introduced to Genshin Impact as A Raiden. So yeah, it can happen. It can happen. It might not be Silverwing, but it will be a Bronya. Just like how we have both Silver Mane Bronya and Silver Wolf Bronya. We got both of those in Honkai Star Rail. You prefer Silverwing Bronya because her appearance?
The weather is lovely. and
Silverwing
warm. Things
Silverwing
are
Bronya
so
does
cool,
look
right?
nice. I'm not gonna deny that. Nope. Oh. Oh my. Well, that was something. Oh. So now we have an underground beacon. And there's a camp down here. Well, that don't bode well. That really don't bode well. What's this ancient tech doing down here? Behold, the moment of destiny is at hand. This is just a normal mechanical door. I mean to say that as long as we open this mechanical door, we will gain access to the ruins. This is my first time entering the Darien ruin, you know. Is it so surprising that I might be excited? You sounded so confident earlier that Paimon thought you must have explored loads of ruins. Well, I can't claim to have personally explored them, but with this copy of Reen's investigation notes, written as it is by an excellent scholar of ancient histories, it is as though I was there in the flesh. Reen's investigation notes? Have you never heard of it? I thought that only one sequestered in a distant desert such as I would have not heard of such a brilliant scholar. These notes contain a lot of records left by the people of Dari. According to the author, he once discovered knowledge that surpasses mortals in these ruins. This sounds harder to believe by the moment. Leaving that aside for the moment, now that we have these notes, entering these Darian ruins should be a simple matter. If you don't believe me, let's test this. For one example, if we'd like to open this device... Oh, there we go! Turn the gears such that all three types of runes are displayed. Ensure that the square rune is connected to the triangular rune at the bottom without changing said triangle. Simply do as I instruct and we should be fine. Huh. Ah. Rotate middle. Rotate middle. Alright. Rotate upper. Yep. The thing is, unless Darien is also meaning the nation of that ancient one that Caverina? No.
Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
No, the one that the Abyss Order is from. I forget all of a sudden. Shoot. Looks like we finally reached the heart of these ruins. Now then, as the one amongst us who has done a fair amount of research into Darien ruins, allow me to tell you all about it. According to the notes I have, this was once a proving ground where the Darians would conduct research and tests. The great song of Caverina we seek is at the deepest part of this facility. If we want to reach it, we will first have to... Looks like we need to... No, Caverina is the name of those entities. I forgot the name of that kingdom. The one that tried rebelling against the gods. You were just saying that you've done your homework and you're fumbling about already? Well, the makeup of these runes is really is too complicated. I doubt anyone could fully understand the principles behind the mysterious machines that Darians use just from descriptions alone. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Looks like our current position is that of the control hub for the entire proving ground. If we wish to reach the Great Song, We must first activate the entire ruin's control mechanisms. To do so, we have to solve an energy issue. Though the people of Dari are said to have been able to use the power of impurity to operate machines and master monsters, it seems that these ruins don't do so. On the contrary, it seems that they used a form of energy known as azazite. It was drawn from pure elemental energy before being formed into blocks. That means that as long as we find an energy block of this kind, we will be able to provide energy to these cores, after which we should be able to settle any other problems with these. That sounds troublesome. Now, if only we could simply settle this through combat. Well, let's begin then. Ah, raring to go, I see. That's the envoy's Yasnapati indeed. In that case, I will leave the work of searching for the energy block to you. This is a set of schematics that shows the layout of the proving ground. I'm sure you'll put it to good use. In the meantime, I have some other things I must examine. As such, I'll be waiting for you to return here. With the honored envoy by your side, this shall be a child's play. I know it. If you encounter any issues, just examine these schematics a bit more closely. Bum, 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 bum. Karian! The fallen nation is Karia. Right? You're sending me a Bronya pick. Okay. Alright. Hang on. Do I need to go to one of these doors? Find the energy block. Okay. Is the energy block somewhere around here? No. Hello? Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I should have panned around.
I see everything.
Ah. Let's just ignore that for a little bit. Oh, hello. Not seeing any flowers that would cure that. Oh, great. You're gonna cure those wolf themes, aren't you?
Hey! Right here. Emerge. Right now.
Born of ice and frost.
Hold the line! Nothing lasts forever.
Right here. Emerge. The Temple of Wisdom. Rest and rebuild. Right now. Emerge.
Nice fight.
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
Bum bum bum. Up we go, up we go. Come on, little one. Thank you. I'll be back for you. Alright, that's the energy block. Turn the middle into a square. And then rotate the top one once. Or not. Oh! Alright, square, W square. Bingo! Why are you having take me to this fight? Alright. I'll deal with these.
Accessed enough. Hold the line. I see everything. For Rex Lapis. Right now. Right here. Covenant of the Deep. I have really enjoyed this combo.
Perhaps whoever left these behind was also fulfilling a contract.
Hello. It's just as the notes say. You're back already? But judging from your appearance, you must have found the energy block we require. I have examined these energy cores. They are very well preserved. Now all that is needed is to install the energy block into them. And that I shall leave in your hands. The energy core... Oh, wait, no, that's not Paimon. The energy cores have been filled. Now we should be able to activate the control systems. Huh? That wasn't what I was expecting. Is there a problem somewhere? It seems as if we'll need to have a look at the control center where the relays are. Which is fine. It's on the way to the proving ground all the same. Well, now, it seems the control center is in the direction you previously came from. Since that's the case, let's go together. Bum, bum, bum. As I thought, the problem relies with these relays. The energy from the energy cores isn't reaching them. We need to find a way to connect them. And some of the relays in this place have been sealed in crystals. But since these ruins don't use impurities as an energy source, they shouldn't have come to the attention of Kivarina at all. The only explanation for that has to be that this place was intentionally sealed by someone with the ability to use Kivarina. But why would they do that? What are they trying to hide? Well, I suppose this can be discussed later. Our current task is to use Kivarina's power to remove the gray crystals that have formed those seals. There should be fireworks nearby that contain Kivarina's power. I believe you can sense it too, mighty envoy. Of course. Are you doubting my majestic power as the Bloom God? Hardly, I would never dare. Please, great and eminent envoy, guide us. We just need to find fireworks, remove the gray crystals, and then use the mixers once again to connect these relays. Okay. Bum, bum. And I figured that those would be, like, redirecting. The energy is routed to the control device. Oh, okay.
We're way behind schedule.
I'm detecting two. At the same time, though, it is getting close to time to end the stream. What are you doing down here?
I wonder who this gift could be from.
Not that way. That way. Then that way. Oh, okay. So let us see. Gotta turn this one that way. You're gonna have Rukadavada? Okay. And yes, you simp for her. Oh. Nope, not that way. There we go. Alright. Hmm.
Find anything you like?
Heyo. Come on, little one, follow me.
Curiosity deserves a reward.
Alright, back around this way. Run, little one, run! Oh yes, we gotta redirect the power so that it's going back to that thing, huh? Wait a minute. You. Hmm. Odd. Secret. And maybe. Ah, okay. So, no. Maybe I need to cancel that so that it doesn't go there. And then there we go. Should I stop the stream here? I think I still have a bit of a ways to go for this. So I think I'll actually stop the stream here and then continue on the puzzle later on. Hopefully they don't add in another large storyline after the next update. But yeah, anyway, troops, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for Jesse for stopping by and asking for me to sing him a lullaby. And yeah, thank you, Scarlett, for sticking with me through this stream. And well,
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is.
unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait for Nahida to grow up in order to have Rukkhadevata, but yeah. It certainly would be interesting if I mentioned this in a YouTube comment a while ago, but you know how Honkai Impact has that whole thing where like you can unlock characters, but then you can unlock greater forms of those characters. So like there's, or not characters, battle suits. There's this one battle suit for May that like has her with like she's got a one of those hair pieces, and then she's wearing this red like suit and gown. But then you can unlock obtain a certain amount of fragments to unlock an upgrade for that battle suit. So that and that one comes with like a white street shirt and stuff. Very nice looking. But anyway, what I'm getting to is like, if they incorporate that sort of system into Genshin, like maybe we could have a like a version of Noelle where she is an official Knight of Favonius, no longer in training. She's now an official Knight of Favonius with a new outfit, new abilities, similar to what she currently has, but stronger, and maybe like a little different. But yeah, just stuff like that, like making it so that the characters that we haven't played in a while start growing up. Who knows? Maybe if that sort of system were to add it into Genshin, by the time that we get to Snezhnaya, we could have a Rukkhadevata Nahida. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, troops, thank you so much for watching. This has been a playable Rukkhadevata win. I don't know. But yeah. Anyway, troops, thank you so much for watching. This has been a lot of fun. And I will see you all later. Bye!
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk?